Welcome back to Naturally Corporate. So in this video, I'm showing my everyday eye look, and it's featuring the Naked Honey eyeshadow palette by Urban Decay. I love this palette. It has classic golds, warm ambers, and some really nice chocolate browns. So I'm starting with my eyelids already primed using my Revlon Color Stay eyeshadow primer. I haven't used enough primers to really compare this one and tell you how it measures up to other popular primers, but this one does the job for me. It was inexpensive. I purchased it at a drugstore, and it's seeming to last me a really long time. So I'm starting off with the first shadow, and it is called Queen. I'm using the brush that comes with the palette to sweep Queen across my entire eyelid, and I'm making sure to get my entire lid and the space above my lid that reaches almost all the way up to the brow bone, or just under the brow bone. And what I love about the Urban Decay palettes is that they come with a double-ended brush. So there's a smudger on one end and then a tapered crease brush on the other end. So it's like you have two brushes right off the bat, and I think that's really neat. So shout out to Urban Decay. After I apply the first layer of Queen, I go back over it with another application of Queen. And this just ensures I'm getting a nice full coverage of the shadow. Now, I let my eyeshadow primer set for a few minutes before applying my shadow. I feel like it just really grips to my eyelid, and the shadow adheres to my lids better and, just really stays put. The next shadow I'm using for my look is Sting, and I'm really packing it on in my crease and the outer corner, or the outer V. Now, Sting is a warm matte brown shade, and it's actually the darkest shade in the palette. Sting is that shadow that will help you create that perfect smoked out eye look if that's what you want. Now, I'm not particularly aiming for that dramatic look in this video because this is my everyday eyeshadow look. However, I do like that you can really build the intensity of Sting and the other shades in this palette. So don't be afraid to dip your brush a couple of times in your favorite shade if you want to build it up. And that's exactly what I'm doing here with Sting. I loved the first application that I put on, but it wasn't as rich as I wanted it. So I'm going back over both eyes in the crease and the outer corner with a little bit more Sting. Also, I wanted to tell you all that I was inspired to share my everyday eye look by my girl Lavinia over at Fine Natural Hair Rocks here on YouTube. Lavinia has a cool video showing how she achieves her everyday makeup look, and in that video she uses the Naked Heat palette by Urban Decay. So I'll be sure to link her channel in the description box. Just head on over and check her out. I'm adding concealer to the center of my eyelids because I decided to do the halo eye look, and that's basically drawing attention to the center of your eyes. Now, the concealer will make the shimmery shade that I'm about to apply stay on and not blend in with the shadow that's already there. And the shadow I'm using, the shimmery shadow, is HBIC. It is beautiful. So I'll have the richness of Queen in the inner corners of my eye. I'll have Sting on the outer corners and the beautiful HBIC shimmery in the middle. I used the fluffy end of my brush to blend out any harsh lines because there were clear lines of my shimmer shade and the inner and outer corners. And as soon as I put that brush to my eye, I realized there was shadow left in it. But you know, I worked with it and just blended until I got the look that I wanted. And I did go back in with a little bit more shimmer to build up that nice halo effect that I was going for, and I made it work. I applied my liquid liner off camera because the focus is on this beautiful eyeshadow. And I blended some more, and then I added one more shadow to the area right under my brow bone. That shadow is Keeper because I just wanted to have a really flawless look. Of course, no eye look is totally complete without lashes, so I put my left lash on and figured that I'd show putting on the right lash on camera. And of course, you know it didn't want to go on right. I don't know if I let the glue get too dry or what, but it just didn't want to happen correctly. And my channel is real life. Hey, it happens. This is life. So I just fixed it and kept on going. All right, friends, so I'm just finishing my face, and my makeup routine is very simple. I don't have a lot of products, makeup products that I apply to my face, but if anyone's interested in my makeup routine, just let me know in the comments. I figured out something when my eyeshadow is kind of all over the place, or if I have some fallout from the shadow as I'm applying it, put a little concealer on the outer corners of your eye, almost like you're doing a wing with your concealer, and it just makes a nice line of demarcation from your eyeshadow to the rest of your face. Comes out looking really pretty. All right, friends, so this is an everyday eye look that I am comfortable with. I really enjoy my Honey palette. This palette is not even new. It came out a year ago at least, and we are in August of 2020. I bought the palette pretty much a year ago, maybe early October, so it's not brand new. But if you have not tried it, then it will be new to you. Also, I do not want you to play yourself and underestimate the pigmentation of the colors in this palette. The shimmery shades are very shimmery. If you pack them on at home and then leave the house and go out into the daylight or the sunshine, you may surprise yourself at how bold the shadows are. So be careful with the shimmery shades. They are beautiful, but I think too much can be too much. Okay, so I do feel like on a person with a lighter complexion or more fair-skinned person, the shades would have shown up better. And I'm medium brown skin, but I kind of hoped that the darker shades would have been a little bit more intense. And even when I wet my brush, they didn't really get darker, just a wee bit maybe. So give me some tips. I don't know if it was the eyeshadow primer that I used or if I didn't pack on enough shadow on the brush. I'm still learning and my eyeshadow situation is still a work in progress, but I've come such a long way. That is why I wanted to show you my everyday eyeshadow look, or my everyday eye look, particularly right now for the virtual meetings and the Zoom calls. Anytime that you may have to be on camera and you don't want to get too glam up, but you do want to show your shine. You want to show your shine. And I think this Honey eyeshadow palette does that for me. It gives me the look that I want. I love golds and browns. Those are just right up my alley. So this palette is really perfect for me. If you have any tips for me on eyeshadow application, let me know. There are so many women here who I've met on YouTube who do fantastic eyeshadow tutorials. As a matter of fact, I think I just may put their names in here and give them a shout out. So friends, until next time, thank you so much for watching my video, and keep it naturally corporate.